Before we get into this one, if you could just hit that subscribe button down below, it would mean a massive amount to me because we're trying to hit 2,000 subscribers by the end of this summer, and we're so close now. But without further ado though, let's get straight into the video. So today's video, as you'll have seen from the thumbnail and title, is about Rasmus Christensen. Now, Rasmus Christensen is a 24-year-old Danish right back from RB Salzburg. Now, I think there's a little bit of a pathway forming from Salzburg to Leeds due to Jesse Marsch, who obviously used to manage there. And so we'll have seen Christensen and seen what he's all about. So that's where I think this one's come from, to be honest. Rasmus Christensen then, well, he came to RB Salzburg from Ajax and he'd played for Midtjylland in Denmark before that. He's always scored quite a few goals wherever he's gone. He only played 27 games for Ajax, but he played a lot more for Midtjylland in Denmark and scored about 10 goals, I think, 8 or 10 goals. And this season alone for Salzburg, he scored 7 goals and assisted 4. So we can see that he's a marauding right back from those things. And from the clips I've seen him as well, he's brilliant with his right and left foot, which is why I think he could also be an option as a backup to Junior Firpo on the left-hand side, because I think he's got that ability to play on either foot, and that's something that's really invaluable in a team like Leeds, where we do need a little bit of backup in both right back and left back, but perhaps we're not going to get both done this summer. So I think a clever signing is somebody like Rasmus Christensen, who could probably play both. So what does it mean for our current players though? Because you've got players like Luke Ayling, who is the starting right back and has been for the last few years and has done some amazing things for us, scored some amazing goals, some important goals, and done some unforgettable celebrations. But I don't think if Christensen comes in, he's going to be the starting left back, right back. I think Ayling's then going to drop to the bench, and I don't know what that means for Cody Drameh, who has had a really, really good season on loan at Cardiff. He's going to come in expecting to be in the first team, I think, Cody Drameh, and if he's not, that's when he's going to start wanting to go out on loan again, perhaps back to the Championship or to somebody who's just been promoted to the Premier League. If he doesn't see a permanent pathway to the first team, given that Christensen is so young, relatively in terms of football, if he's not given that first team pathway and he can't see it in his future, I think it's more likely that he'll actually want to leave the club. So we could lose somebody like Cody Drameh, and it won't be for that much money because he's only had one good season in the Championship. So that could be a real shame if we do that. Unless, and I can't see this, we offload Luke Ayling. Now Luke Ayling, like I say, he's been amazing for us, and I wouldn't like to see him just offloaded like that. I think he can still provide a lot in terms of leadership, support, and he's very good when coming off the bench perhaps. So yeah, I would like to see Luke Ayling stay, but I just don't want to lose the potential to make a lot more money on Drameh than we will if he goes. Christensen, so how much is he going to cost then? Well, he's going to cost £10 million reportedly, which I don't think is a great amount of money. We've also had a challenge from Borussia Dortmund as well, who are also sniffing around wanting to sign him, and Brentford as well. And obviously there's the Danish connections there with the likes of Thomas Frank, Christian Eriksen and a few others. Obviously Christian Eriksen is probably going to go this summer because, I'm sorry Brentford fans, you're not going to hold on to him. So yeah, it's one of those, he's going to go. There's that connection there, but then Brentford isn't as big of a club as Leeds in any way. There's no pull. They've obviously had a good season last season, this season just gone, but last season we finished 9th, so they're queued up for their second season syndrome now, and it's be interesting to see whether they actually stay up in the Premier League. But it's looking like Christensen to Leeds is the deal. Like I say, Dortmund also sniffing around him, Brentford also sniffing around him, but Leeds look like the ones that are going to get the deal done, and obviously that's down to Orta, Kinnear, Radrizzani, whoever is convincing these players that this project is worth coming to, because obviously he's getting Champions League football, Europa League football, and winning titles at Salzburg. So to come here, it is a bit of a project. It's something to go towards, and the draw of the Premier League itself is massive. So it's one of those where you've got to weigh it up for the player, and I think him coming here would be very good. I think he's going to get a lot of first team action, and it'd be very exciting to see him down that right hand side behind Rafinha, because Rafinha is staying. Barcelona have no money. But So tongue in cheek a little bit, Rafinha's probably going to go, but it will be interesting to see him down that right hand side, providing the width that we probably aren't going to have a great amount of in this system, because obviously we're going to go narrow again under Marsh. In the summer he's going to work on this. He's going to come back at the start of the season and we're going to probably be trying to play narrow. So a player like Christensen is probably really good for providing that width and marauding down the wings basically, because we haven't really had that. Now, Joe Wainman mentioned something interesting on the Just Joe Football show that I do regularly. So if you want to check that out, it's the midweek fix, and I'm on there regularly now. But he mentioned that Koch against Brentford and against Brighton was really good because he was a real physical player who could be an outlet from Mellier's goal kicks, from spreading the ball wide and getting us up the pitch a little bit. And I think Christensen is physical, he's strong. I don't know how tall he is, but he doesn't always matter. If he's physical and strong, he can win those headers and he can bring the ball down and he can get us out and get us up the pitch. So I think he would be excellent in that capacity as well, providing that width that'll do really, really well for Leeds. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how long it takes for it to go over the line first. It could be any day now. By the time I've uploaded this, it could have already been done, but obviously everything is still relevant in this video. But he also plays for the national team, so he's had experience on an international level, so he's obviously getting experience from all different competitions: Champions League, Europa League, national team games, and in the Austrian Bundesliga. I nearly said Australian again. So it'll be a new experience for him in the Premier League, but I think playing international football, that can be quite physical, coming up against some of the sides that he's faced. So I think he will adapt well to the Premier League. I think it's usually attackers and midfielders who might struggle a little bit to adapt to the Premier League in terms of the physicality, but I think he's quite a physical lad. I think he's pretty quick, he's pretty nippy, and he's good with both feet, so I think he will adapt well to the Premier League, and I'm for one very excited to see him get underway at Elland Road. And like I say, I think the way that Marsh is going to utilise him is primarily as a right back, but as an option as a left back. But on that right hand side, he's that physical outlet to try and drag Leeds up the pitch and provide the width that we won't get in the penis formation. So yeah, be interesting to see how he fits in, and I'm excited about this one. I didn't think that the right back role was particularly one that was desperate for us to fill, to be honest. I think it was more that I wanted an attacking midfielder, a holding midfielder, and a striker were my three priorities. But obviously we've done the attacking midfielder. We look like we're doing a right back, Rasmus Christensen, any day now. And then after that, I'm hoping that we do bring in another backup striker, and then perhaps that holding midfielder that we so desperately need as well, especially if Calvin's on his way out. But I don't think he is. We pray that he stays. So thanks for watching this one. Just a little bit of a news update on Rasmus Christensen coming to Leeds, and I shall see you next time on Leeds Lately.